the first practice I went to, Billy Burke, one of Rick's former assistants, was there, and and Rick's he had Soriano on the second unit, and I turned to Billy. I said, "That's really good. It's typical Rick. The bottom line is, and Zuby's going to be a good player.
Yeah,
Soriano averaged like 12 rebounds a game last year and 13 points, but he was sending a message. I said, like, he came up and I thought Zuby's kicking Soriano's ass every day. And like back of my turn to Billy, I go, yeah, that's great. But the other dude like averaged 13 and 12, and Zuby couldn't get in the game for Kansas. Now Zuby's going to get better, and he's going to help him win games, and he's going to give him quality minutes. But that's just what Rick is. I mean, he look what he's doing with Chris Love. Getting in great shape, you have to get in a way, like, you can't get better until you're in shape. That's just the way it is. Like, everyone talks about, well, how do you get better? Well, until you're in shape, you can't improve, because you can't play long enough at a high level to improve. So, look, I mean, I think there's still a work in progress. I think, the lineups are important. Jenkins, to me, is a stud. He's what I call a ball guard. He's a scoring point guard. He's a reflection of Rick. He knows he can explain Rick. When Rick has one of those practices and they go in the locker room, all right, he has the ability to say, hey, you buy into every single word, because he knows what he's doing. Now, look, no one's going to go against Rick Pitino. Look, he's Rick Pitino. He's a Hall of Famer. He's won national championships at 2 different schools. All right, he's been to multiple Final Fours. He's coached at the highest level. He's coached the best players in the world. But you still have to have someone coaching your locker room. And, like, to me, Jenkins is as valuable as any player they have, because he understands Rick's intensity, and he understands the result of Rick's intensity. I think that's really, really important. I think Diggle's been banged up, so I really don't have a good feel for him. I think Taylor's a good piece because he plays with an energy and a maturity and a toughness, which I think is important. I think Chris Ludham's a guy that below the rim guy, but really skilled and can pass and carve out space. When Rick first said, yeah, he's going to remind you of Barkley, I said, Rick, he doesn't remind me of Barkley. But, everyone plays like someone. There's no doubt about it. Dunlap's going to have to defend before he becomes a big factor, but I know his dad. I mean, the guy can really, really shoot it. He can really shoot it. I think Conway's the other kid who can really shoot it, who has a toughness about him that I think is good. And who am I missing here? Wilcher. Simi, I think he's going to be a stud. Is he a stud right now? Because he doesn't understand to maintain an intensity. He doesn't understand how to find a balance between making plays and scoring. He doesn't understand all the nuances where things that you can get away with in high school, you can't get away with here. But he's got size, length, athleticism, feel. He's extremely coachable. He wants to please. By the end of the season, I think he's going to be a really, really special player. I haven't seen Luis play because with the hand. Rick says he might be their highest potential guys. Those guys that are hurt are always got a high potential. Yeah, but I think that it's a situation where he's got a lot. Look, they got a lot of bodies. They're older. They understand. Guys are older. They understand that the season's a marathon, not a sprint. They also understand that this is their last time through those doors. And they're playing for something, not just themselves. They're playing to get to the NCAA tournament, and then just the excitement around the program, because of Rick. So I think those things were really, pivotal and resonate.